Welcome to our sixth and final video from our 31-day adventure caravan guided tour through the Grand Circle and the Western National Parks. Woo, that's a mouthful. So anyways, like I said, it's 31 days, and I've said this in the past, 31 days, there's no way that we can put that in one video. So this is our sixth and final, and we did have a little break, showed some other things that we're doing in the meantime, mainly because we've been busy. So after the caravan, we did some traveling with our friends. We went to the Balloon Fiesta. We did the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. What else? We had some repairs done. I actually recently flew back to Milwaukee for about 10 days so I could visit family and reconnect with my grandson. So anyways, we had a little break there and did some other things. But this is the final and sixth episode. In this episode, it's day 26 through 31. And we did a number of things. Starting off, I had to actually take notes. We did so much. So we did the Grand Canyon rail from Williams up to the southern rim. And that was a lot of fun. We also went back and did the hop on, hop off, got a little bit more of the southern rim action. We also did the Bearizona in Williams, which was really very cool, I thought. If you've got kids or if you just love looking at wild animals and getting them kind of close, that's a cool thing too. Then we also went to Camp Verde, took a motor coach tour, and we went to Montezuma Castle. Let's see, we did Jerome, we did Sedona. On our last day, we went on the Verde Canyon rail excursion. That was luxurious. Actually, our wagon masters, Pat and Tom, had guided this tour last year, and after the tour, somebody went on this rail line and they actually said, you really need to add this on. So that's what they did, and that was kind of the beauty, that it seems like every year they're kind of tweaking and making these caravans even better. They don't always go to the same RV parks. You know, if they see something better or they want to try something different, they'll do that. And at the end, I shared some of our thoughts on what we experienced and came away from with this caravan. Our very first experience. I would recommend it. Thanks for joining us. Let's get going. Good morning. It is day 26 and we are in Williams, Arizona. This morning we're up bright and early because we have a train to catch. We're taking the railway from Williams all the way up to the south rim of the Grand Canyon. We're going to be in one of the dome cars, which is fun. We did this like about 4 years ago. And now we're doing it with our group. That should be a lot of fun. So we get nice seating, they have snacks, they have beverages. It's a really comfortable way to go up there. Plus, it's entertaining. They throw a few little cowboy things in there. So, all right, looks like we're ready to roll. We're going to walk and catch up with the rest of the group.
I just want to show you that there are other people that also forget things last minute and have to go in and get it 46 times, just like we typically do. What'd you forget there, Paul?
Lanyard.
Why do you need that?
I don't know, to be like you.
That may or may not identify you for getting on and off the train and things like that. So it's best to have it. Plus, it's good for the other people we're traveling
And
with.
I brought two of them, one for my evil twin.
Who's right over here.
It was about a 10-minute walk over to the train station, and we started walking about 8:45 a.m. because by 9 o'clock we had a cowboy show. This was an entertaining way to get us all together so we don't miss the train. They don't wait for stragglers. Got quite a crowd. It's going to be a full train, I believe.
This place is really organized. So they've got crowd control and somewhere for people to go and stay out of the way of the trains coming in. Any last minute shenanigans. They have a little Western show that they keep people busy at, and it's kind of fun. So the trains are coming in. Good morning! This dome car might be one of the ones we're in. Yep, Mary Coulter. That's the one we were on when we did our first video. Our ticket says the Grand View. So we will be on this one. Yes. Let's check out the business end of the train here. It's a diesel train, not a steam train. I see one of the differences is last time we were on the Mary Coulter car and the dome runs the entire top. And we're going to be in the Grand View, which only has a dome in the middle. So I'm wondering if we have to take turns or if we're going to have to arm wrestle each other to be able to see who gets to be up there at the right time.
You'll go up the stairs and up the stairs again. Your seat letter numbers are right above your windows.
All right.
And there was no arm wrestling. Our whole group fit up top along with a few others.
All right. 15.
And out the AV side, you'll see one of our beautiful steam engines.
The train departed about 9:30 a.m. and will arrive at the south rim of the Grand Canyon at 11:45. That's about a 2-hour ride.
Tunnel in all of northern Arizona. So I am going to challenge you to hold your breath as we go through it.
Oh yeah. Good job, babe.
But the only tunnel that is longer than that one in northern Arizona is 4 feet longer.
Oh, look at my guy bringing me stuff.
I have enough for you. Paul picked the sugar donut up and he goes, "This is probably a mistake," and he put it back down. And he was using tongs. And I thought, score.
You got it.
So I took it. Honey,
Thanks, Paul.
honey, nothing for you.
I see that.
The water that you sent me for, I had to sacrifice myself. I could only carry one beverage because it's so shaky.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
This actually comes along with our ride. They're sugaring us up.
You should go down there and when you're done eating here, work it.
We can find something. So where?
Yeah.
I know where to go. I see Paul.
Wow, Paul is fast.
They don't pay me more to be last.
Okay, honey. Why don't you grab the camera and let me pick up what we're going to eat?
Ah.
You've got the option now of muffins or muffins. 'Cause
Yeah.
you waited long enough.
No,
You've
no.
got the option of
That's
muffins
good.
or muffins.
Because I'm going to eat healthy. And we'll have one apple. And I think I'm good. I'm going to totally bypass the muffins.
I'm surprised you didn't grab the whole plate, please.
Truth be told, this is our second time down, and I loaded up like a madman. I've been on this
So
train
now
before.
we're just...
Pro tip, try to get to the snack line early. And they do have a bar if you would like to purchase an adult beverage. And they do have entertainers walking through each of the cars.
If I think I can play it, I'll give it a shot.
Is going to get a beautiful view of the canyon.
Oh, there it
AV side, a little behind the train. Now the dome should be able to start seeing her. And now we
Dome-a-rama.
should.
We arrived in the historic village, which is actually the heart of human history at the Grand Canyon. We'll have more than 3 hours to explore the canyon and its historic buildings and exhibit, and then the train departs at 3:30 sharp. Mark, you gonna make it?
I have to. I've got videos to edit.
We decided to check out the El Tovar Lodge and have lunch there. This actually was the finest lodging at the Rim and in the Southwest at the time that it was built in 1905. But first, let's take a look at the canyon.
Yeah.
Oh my
This hasn't
God.
hardly changed since 41 years
It hasn't changed in 41 years.
Oh, Paul. But you gotta admit, you could bathe your eyes in this for hours.
Thank goodness we had reservations. Otherwise, it's a long, long wait. We had a really long lunch. It was beautiful. It was delightful, but we didn't get to see as much as we thought.
Yeah, we got
tomorrow.
Be honest. We saw like 15 minutes of the south rim of the Grand Canyon, and we saw 2 hours inside the lodge.
The lodge. But anyways, we're heading back onto the train now, and we may end up coming back. It's a kind of a free day tomorrow. We might come back tomorrow.
And then we're gonna jump in the car with
Tim
and Ann, and they're gonna drive us over here, and we're gonna walk around and really see it.
All right.
That's the beauty. We can do what we want.
That's the plan. And this is the mind conditioning talk our lovely attendant gave us before we departed the train to make sure we're on time, and it worked. Did we make it?
If you are late after that 3:10 and 3:20 timeline, and you arrive at 3:22, unfortunately, all I can do is smile and wave to you as we leave.
Let's check our time. 3:02. Oh my God.
We're boarding early.
We are overachievers.
And as we head back, I have to agree with Pat, our wagon master.
We've been here a lot, but it's always different. Depending on the time of the year, we've been here late fall.
The last time we were here, it was around Thanksgiving, and the whole place was decorated for the holidays.
We're gonna have one of each because the boss just told me that.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Yep.
That means somebody will be able to drive home.
Yep.
We're walking. We're walking from the
Yeah.
Well, then I'm not sure what your thinking is.
On our departure, we had our sparkling white wine toast, which is included. And just like when we came up to the Grand Canyon, snacks and non-alcoholic beverages are also provided.
When it makes that noise, then it's good.
On our way back, the entertainment continued, and that darn Cataract Creek gang, the group we saw at Williams train station, caught up with us, and at one point we stopped, but started going again, thinking we were clear of trouble.
Train robbery! Arizona train robbery! Oh, you're folding money. Oh, you're hard-earned arrow. You ever watch Gunsmoke, and they take old Festus and they dunk them in the water trough, how clean and sparkling that water is? It's a bunch of crap, man. That water is disgusting.
And we have arrived back in Williams. So it's actually, middle of September, and you can see we came and it's just before sunset. Last time we were here, it actually was November.
Yeah.
We didn't get back till the evening,
Right.
which was pretty cool because they had a lot of different lights on. So
Right.
depending upon what time of year you come and when the sun is setting, we actually saw the sunset in November.
Right.
And it was fun. Good morning. It's day 27 of our caravan. And today we are going to the Bearizona, Wildlife Park.
Exactly.
It's got, it's got bison, it's got elks, it's got wolves.
It's like driving into a zoo.
It is. And I also saw that 50% of their animals are actually rescue animals.
Wow.
So that's kind of cool.
So we can get in for free by showing up with our lanyard, and that's what we're going to do first.
Yeah, and that's because it is part of the tour. It's one of the excursions that Adventure actually arranged for us.
Right, and yesterday in the background here you can see our friends Pat and Paul. What we did yesterday was kind of unusual. We had such a nice relaxing time on the train, and then one of the things we really enjoy about the national parks is the really, really large, authentic, historic lodges.
The lodges, yeah.
So what we've been doing is kind of tradition that we go to their nice dining area and have a meal. Well, wouldn't you know it? Before you know it, like 2 hours pass by. We're going to be riding actually with Tim and Ann. Yeah, our new friends we met on the caravan. We're going to actually go with them through the Bearizona, and then we're heading back up to the south. So we're going to try to do a more serious look at the south rim of the Grand Canyon for you guys. Sue, let's get going. Let's go.
Here we've got Pat and Paul next to us with their bikes on the back. This is the last time we'll see them. We found out later they wouldn't let them in with the bikes because it would be too much of a distraction for some of the animals. So they parked their Jeep, and the park actually gave them a loaner card to drive through. And this is a planned excursion, so we just showed up and they were notified that we were coming through. We just let them know who we are. They took our names, and then they were paid later for everybody that did show up that day.
Just some quick rules in the drive. Stay inside the vehicle at all times.
Okay.
And windows up for bears.
Stay in the car at all times and windows up for bears and wolves. Oh boy. Right. Stay in your vehicle at this point.
It's big.
Like, oh man, we're open again for the day.
Windows up. Did that lady say something?
Yeah, on the speaker.
What did she say?
She said,
"Something,
Chevy, keep moving."
Oh,
There's a wolf on your track.
can I go or is it
No,
noise?
it's sniffing.
Looking for your brake pull.
Yeah.
We heard a story on how a wolf had followed a car and pulled out the towed vehicle breakaway switch plug. This locked up their brakes, and then they had to wait for someone to rescue them and get the pin and put it back in.
All right, engineering portion of the O-Gym. So, see that electric panel there with the solar panel on it? We're thinking part of that fence and that metal plate in front of the grating was probably electrified. All right, Bearizona, we're earning the name now. Here's the den, and on the other side of this rock, typically, is the family room. Yeah, and it's got electric by the windows, so they can't. So somebody's in there with a gun and a turret. Oh, it's parts of a dead tourist.
And there was so much more to see, but with that, we're on our way to the south rim of the Grand Canyon. And here's the usual pro tip: if you're going somewhere popular, get there early.
Where are you gonna go?
Gotta love the pass. All right, we have arrived. We're at the south rim right now. We're heading over to
Mather Point.
Mather Point.
I thought we were here already.
I know, we were here yesterday. We didn't get enough. So we're here with Tim and Ann, our new friends from the caravan.
Right, and we didn't even have to pay them.
Yeah, so we're going to take today and try to see things that we missed yesterday.
And I'm breathing hard because
We're going
this
up.
is hard for an old guy walking this 5-minute walk. I don't know what the elevation is here. Do you know, Tim? I'm going to guess.
We're at 7,100 feet.
Yeah, I'm going to guess
All right.
at 7,100.
You're going to guess
Okay.
after he told you.
All right.
Excellent guess, my
All right.
love. When we were on the train yesterday, we asked if we did the shuttle to check things out, would we be back in time for the train? They said most likely not, and it was better to just check out the rim near the train station. It was then that we decided to come back and do the shuttle. We parked near the visitor center, then walked to Mather's Point. You can see on this map the different colored routes for the shuttle.
Ah, there's the old Mather Point.
Mark, stop climbing on the rocks.
Remember that last video when I challenged you to make $10 climbing on one of these rocks? To be the man? I did it, not like you.
Watch that step.
Zoom down, all the way down to the Colorado River that we were on our rafting trip recently. Of course, we weren't in the Grand Canyon. Like when I was soaking my feet a little bit, I'm thinking that water is flying right by there right now. What do you think?
Oh
honey?
my gosh.
Yeah, we could test it for toenail fungus.
Ew, Mark.
Let's see if it's here.
So today's adventure is we're actually going to also do the hop on, hop off. And, ooh, this is the one we want. Okay. We're going to get on the red road eventually. All right, we'll get this straight. Now we're heading on to the blue route. And that should take us to the red route. We decided to take the shuttle all the way to the end of the route and then hop off and on at different points, then make our way back here. All right, first stop, Bright Angel Trail Overlook. So you can look down, and I'm hoping we might see some mule rides going down. That'd be cool. Want to walk down, Mark?
Did you carry me?
No way. Thank God, these rails. Oh my God, Mark. Did you almost fall?
That was not faked.
No, it wasn't.
That could have been the end of Ojim.
Hang on to the rail, please.
All right.
Thank goodness for rails. These rails weren't here, I would not be walking here. Hanging on. This trail outlook was probably the coolest place for me because when we were at the Bright Angel Lodge, I could see people going down, but it looked so steep and I didn't see them go for long and wondered where this trail goes. It looked like a straight drop off, but from this point, we got a great view. Oh my gosh, it goes along the ridge. Bright Angel Trail is not easy. I read that the trail is over 9 miles. It's a steep downhill hike with endless switchbacks that go on for 3 miles, and then it's that steep uphill hike coming back. There's a rest house after about 1.5 miles down where you can also refill your water bottles between May and October. I would have loved to try this back in the day. It's fascinating. Well, there is a steam train.
Yep, you can see it. There it is. Yep. Way in the distance, honey. Smoke coming out of the roof of that house.
Yes. And we continued our exploring with the shuttle, but if the outlooks were close, we'd walk. All right, real live hiking with Mark. We ran out of pavement. He was almost ready to give up, but he is persevering on the rocks.
Okay, honey, I'm glad you're patting me on the back, but our channel's about being honest. So here's what really happened. I brought my little container along to hold my water bottle so that I could have it on a trail like this. Unfortunately, in the air-conditioned bus on the way here, I left the bottle in the bus, so all I got is a dry bag that I'm carrying around. Thank God Sue's organized. I'm drinking her one.
Nah.
So where are we right now?
The Grand Canyon.
Hopi Point.
Hopi Point. Oh yeah, we figured out the name of this. You want to tell the folks on the channel, honey, how this name came about?
So if you walk enough along the rim, eventually you're going to be like really hoping for a restroom.
Yeah.
And that is exactly where they put it.
Right. I hope
It's a
bathroom's
Hopi.
here. You can learn a lot on this channel. I'm telling you that right now.
So much. And this is just some of our experience using the shuttle at the South Rim. While we were here, we received an email from subscribers just to let us know that they're in the area. And when we got back to the RV park, we did get to meet Megan and Brandon. We arrived at Camp Verde, and this is our last stop. We're going to be exploring Sedona a lot. But tonight we are having our last social gathering. So bringing snacks and gather around and just have a good time with our new friends at our gathering.
But we thought, you know, we want to do Sedona a little bit slower and a little bit more detailed.
Yeah.
So we pulled out the old RV trip wizard. We started rearranging things on the schedule, made some calls, and a miracle happened. We were able to change not only our reservations, but our travel partner reservations.
Right.
And 2 people that we met on this caravan, they're not smart enough, they're our friends. So don't tell them that they shouldn't be doing that, okay?
So yeah, so they're actually going to join us on our last few days here.
Right.
And hopefully we'll hook up again pretty soon when we get to the Balloon Fiesta and other places.
Right, we're going to see them there at that.
So here we are. We're having our last social together. Once again, these snacks are a meal. And after, we played a game. Sort of like White Elephant and Dirty Santa, it's called Dirty Travelers. You pick a prize, and when it's someone else's turn, you can pick one or steal one. Rosemarie was relentless.
No, you go.
You go.
It's you're getting.
thief. Okay, I'll do it. Last time.
It's your color, honey.
Is it my color? Ooh, it's a bright sunny morning. All right, that's better. Good morning. It is our day 29. We're in Camp Verde, and we are going to be taking a motor coach tour today. We're going to go up to Sedona and get a little tour, but also it's a full day. We're going to be seeing Montezuma's castle. We're going to go over to Jerome. I guess we're going to stop and we'll be able to roam around. I've never been there. I'm kind of excited. Other people are like, yeah, Jerome. I think it'll be cool. So I'm excited, and we're going to have some lunch there. You got to come out of the sun. You're like glowing. You're like glowing. All right. And there's a few other things. Indian ruins. It's a full day.
Yeah.
So, and it's all on a motor coach tour today.
So I noticed we both wore black today.
Ah.
Last night we had maybe the second to last goodbye dinner where everybody got together, and this particular one was a potluck, so everybody brought something. But the point is that we're both wearing black.
I was like,
so
what's the
no
point?
one knows that we're gaining weight on this.
Oh, you look so slim.
So I'm thinking the next caravan we're going to go on is going to be some type of an exercise program. You know, so we're going to check in to see if Richard Simmons has got a caravan tour. All right, let's get going.
Oh,
Sue.
my God. Yeah, we've been gaining weight big time.
I'm going to have to
Near
adjust the
Sedona.
pressure on the tires now on the rig
Why?
because of the weight.
Oh, my God. Oh. Bum. Right, this is our motor coach we're going to be hopping on.
Go ahead and take any seat you want, except for my the guys that get sick. And
The pukers are up front.
Thru and more.
One of the nice bonuses too is when we take our motor coach tour, I tend to be motion sickness, and there's a few other too, and they always let us sit up front. They keep that into consideration a lot too.
Yeah,
So
but
if you're on
sometimes she
a
looks at me and gets sick. That's a different thing.
then I look out the window. No. So actually, if you do go on a tour, that's something to mention, that if you do get motion sickness. Here's our tour guide, Garrett. We met him before we got on the bus when he gave us a little taste of and warning about prickly pear thorns. Careful when you're tasting, Robin. And again, we have another knowledgeable and entertaining guide. He gave us a lot of info on the vegetation and the history of this area. So now we're just heading down to Montezuma Castle on our own. And we've got a time that we need to be back down here.
9:10. That guy is so good.
He's really
speaking,
good.
That if you stripped him down and threw him out in the wilderness, he would be able to survive and live.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas the old Chan man, the minute he couldn't find a McDonald's or a Subway, I'd be in
You're done?
rough shape. But what's really funny is as we're casually walking here, and I want Sue to dramatically rotate around here because she does not know. Look up on the cliff, honey.
I noticed that. We can't see it. It's too bright, but I'll turn it around.
Wow.
So we're actually entering where the Montezuma Castle is right now.
Wow. Okay, so, you know, a lot of things in life we all learn, and in real estate we learn the most important thing is location. That's why they picked this spot.
Nice.
There you go. Woo! And you'll notice they never had a mole.
You also notice these little rooms too.
So I'm thinking a pro tip. You live there, one thing you're going to want to always do. Wallet, keys, phone before you come down. Sue, what are you doing? Are you increasing the weight on the rig again?
Always. It's for a good reason. Presents for others. And of course our token we're adding to our little book.
How come you're getting those?
To hold your bottles. Pat's been looking for some. We have these. They're awesome. Thanks so much.
Is that specifically if you're an alcoholic? Or is that...
Yeah. Preferably your water bottles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's nice. It's got a little pocket in it too. You can put, your keys, your credit card, whatever. Carry more. Kleenex.
So basically, we'll be able to get $500 worth of transportation from Pat and Paul just for
Just for
$30.
2 bags, yeah. All right.
That's how you can afford a Dutch Star.
The bus is leaving. The bus is leaving. Next stop, Tuzigut National Monument. In 1933, this looked like a hill of rubble, but it was then excavated by archaeologists to uncover this 110-room pueblo.
Boy, the back-breaking effort to build this place in this heat with no equipment. They didn't even have a wheelbarrow.
It's kind of cool. You actually get to go into the ruins. A lot of this was rebuilt. That's why they let us come in.
They, used all of the old materials and put it together as best as they could and made it durable so that people can experience what this was like.
Yeah, if this were all original, we would not be walking here.
Right, they wouldn't let you.
Sometimes you gotta look down, babe.
Let's see. Wow. Lots of rooms for lots of relatives.
I know, they're really big, huh?
Yeah. I'd put Auntie Ruthie the closest to me because she's awesome at making flatbread.
Oh, so you would like that?
Yeah. And Pat, our friend, if she lived here with us, she makes awesome
Chocolate chip cookies.
well, not to
yeah.
not to trivialize the banana bread.
Oh,
It's a toss-up.
There's the Mine Cafe. These are little ones.
All right, we just unloaded in Jerome, and now it's time to hunt down a restaurant. Looks like everybody's going to the same place.
Yeah.
We're going to fill it up. Woo! Is this the upper level?
Yeah. There's the haunted burger here.
Ooh, we got indoor seating. That's all right. Got quite a view up there too. This works. I think we filled up this place.
When you're traveling, every once in a while you have to be a man and, and break tradition, not have a soda or some wimpy Hawaiian punch. You got to get a man's drink. So that's what I did here at the Haunted Burger.
What is it, Mark?
It's a creamsicle.
Oh, yeah.
Just following instructions on the sign up there.
Peace shop and leave. Okay. Right, obviously you got number 1 down. Now you're on to number 2. All right, he peed, he shopped. First we'll eat and then we'll leave. You're out of order.
I know.
All right, after you have that outstanding hamburger, this is what you need to do to work it off. Okay, we're gonna turn around and go upstairs once we're down here. Although this is hard. We still had some time left, so we decided just to walk around Jerome, check out the shops, and what else we could see. Not much parking up here. All right, Mark is gonna try to make a wish, throw in a quarter.
By the end of this video, you'll know if this wish came true, because if I end up with 100,000 subscribers on this video when you started it, then today, on day what, 29 of our caravan. All right, let's see if we can get in. It still could come true even if it doesn't go in.
You missed it.
I admire these bus drivers. Yep. Notice how neatly trimmed all the bushes are on the sides of the road? We can thank Nick for that.
So we're in Sedona now on our motor coach ride, and I don't know if Mark paid the guide or what, but he's been, every time we talk about Sedona, we talk about this cultural park that's been abandoned, and Mark has an emotional attachment to it. We were about 10 minutes ahead of schedule, so somehow we got to swing over here and check things out before our actual tour begins.
Right, we did a video on this and we can put it up in the corner, and I don't claim to know enough about it other than to tell you that with all genuine emotion, I'm telling you, this rips my heart out.
You know, the thing is, this location of this amphitheater, when I turn around, as you're sitting in the crowds enjoying the music, this is your backdrop. This is what you're seeing. All right, we just got off the bus, finished our tour, and after we left the amphitheater, we actually drove through Sedona, a lot of turnabouts. And I didn't really get any footage just because the reflection in the window was too much.
Yeah.
But I think we've got 2 more days added on after our tour is done here. So I think we may pick 1 more day, go down there and check things out.
But then one of the extra days we're staying here, I'm just going to sleep all day.
You're just going to sleep?
I am tired.
I hear you. Hey, let's hit the pool tonight. Come on.
All right.
Right, it is day 30 on our adventure caravan, and today we're taking the railroad, the Verde Canyon Railroad. Okay, first we checked out the gift shop and walked around reading the many information signs. So this is actually the route we're going to be taking on the Verde Canyon Railroad. We actually are starting in Clarkdale. We had a lovely time in Cottonwood before we got here. Mark, walk away from the bakery.
Don't film me looking at bakery, unless it's from here up, you know?
Oh, God. If you're in Cottonwood, Arizona, you need to check out the Creme Craft Kitchen. It was awesome.
This place knows how to make crisp bacon.
Yeah, the bacon's outstanding.
Bacon's perfect.
Here. You can see the railroad follows all along the Verde River. Not sure how long it's going to take us, but it's going to take us all the way over to Perkinsville. You can see we will be going through a tunnel, bridges. It's supposed to be an absolutely beautiful train ride. All right, this is our car.
I found it.
This is our car.
It's the Tucson.
So we've got access to this open car, and they say this might be the best spot. I think it is. Weather is beautiful. But check out the indoors. Wow. We're living in luxury. Deb, just make yourself at home, okay?
It's not on the furniture.
Good point, good point. I thought I read somewhere that all the cars on this renovated vintage train have this relaxing living room style seating. Our wagon masters didn't tell us about this, so it would be a surprise. And it was. And a perfect way for all of us to end our caravan. Relaxed, laid back, and easy to socialize with everyone.
We didn't want to tell you too much. We wanted it to be a surprise.
This is nice.
We had nice, comfortable chairs.
Yeah.
The whole year's.
And he likes that it's extra distance in between.
Wow, look at this. All individually displayed.
One of my favorite words is charcuterie. I don't know how to spell it, but I'm going to practice. The other one is Tuesday Goods. I know about that one now. But then the old traditional platypus, you can't beat that. Paul, I really appreciate you saving these chairs for us and everything while we were fooling around filming stuff. But I want to get an honest answer from you. Did you make sure that you got the charcuteries that have no broken crackers? Because I do notice that I have a crack in my cracker here, and I noticed Sue's has really been manhandled.
Well, you see, that's why we got here first.
Yes.
So we give you the stuff we didn't want.
Yeah. You know what? And that just shows you the honesty of the OGEN channel that we continue to demonstrate.
And besides the included complimentary appetizers, there was a champagne toast. They also have a full-service cash bar and snacks you can purchase.
Yeah, it's okay, as long as you get that noise.
The tracks that this railroad runs on were opened in 1912. It was part of a branch line linking the copper smelter at Clarkdale and the copper mines at Jerome. This is a slag tailings pile produced from the smelting of copper ore mined in Jerome. It occupies an area of about 45 acres. I read there's a unique reclamation project to recover precious and base metals from the reprocessing of this slag. Get out of my way! So you saw how comfortable that car is on the inside? But if you get a chance, this truly is the best for seeing everything.
Yeah.
We're glampers, but we like the open car. There it is. Other amenities are a full-service cash bar, and you can also purchase snacks, but who needs that after our charcuterie? The 4-hour-long train journey covers 20 miles of track, that's 40 miles round trip, at a blistering speed of 10 miles per hour.
This is what RVing's all about, honey.
Oh yeah. Ah, here it comes. A 734-foot man-made tunnel carved through solid rock over a century ago. I guess that is something to cheer about. We are now getting near to the historic and now ghost town of Perkinsville. Here's the water tower once needed when trains were steam. We did have a guide on our open car that gave us all kinds of interesting information about the area and the history.
So I'm going to tell stories about the mines and about the ranchers, so everybody come on in.
Perkinsville is our turnaround point, and you can see the engines detach and are going to the caboose at the end to hook up and bring us back.
Honey, you want to apologize to your audience that you didn't have your camera?
Oh my gosh, give me that thing. Perkinsville was once a cattle ranch in 1900, and in 1912 the short line rail was financed by William Clark to service his copper smelter in Clarkdale and his copper mine in Jerome. And he opened a station in Perkinsville. The railroad buildings included a depot, water tower, and station master's house. Eventually, it grew to the point where it supported about 10 to 12 families. But in the early 1950s, there was no longer a need for the Perkinsville water stop. Here's a little trivia. It was used in the 1960s as a filming location for scenes in How the West Was Won. Check that out. Here you can see the engines are now connected to the caboose. We're heading back. And I think by the end of the day, everybody was getting a little tired, a little silly, and somebody came up with the game that you cheer anybody that comes through the door. I kind of like that.
One that doesn't get
No clapping? Finally, we got the whole group.
We just finished a lovely day on the train, so we're going to top off our last day, really, of this RV caravan. With
I would call it the farewell dinner, and it's at DJ Bistro or
JT.
Excuse me, excuse-moi.
Exactly.
It's JT Bistro.
So it's a special dinner they're doing for us, and tomorrow everybody takes off.
Right. Tomorrow is going to be the kisses and hugs for everybody leaving, and it's going to be like a continental type of breakfast for us. Right. But what we're going to, in fact, do is stay another additional 2 days.
2 nights, yeah.
And luxuriate, which is one of the things we do best.
We need a break.
Look at how dressed.
Somebody made a costume change.
Underdressed now.
So here we are, and the dinner is beginning.
This is John Tesh, he's our chef for tonight.
All right, let's check out what we're having. Oh boy, it looks pretty good. Whoa. And look who's first in line. Go figure. You should be. After dinner, we were asked to share what we enjoyed about our experience. It was actually kind of moving, all positive and heartfelt. I kind of felt like I got to know everyone a little bit better. And then there was Mark.
I do have a complaint.
No complaint.
No, and it's a pretty major one. And it's with Myron. He has ruined my sex life on this trip. Every time I'm ready to start thumping my rig, he's already thumping it for me. Sorry to be honest with you, but that's the way it was. The other thing we love is that I was able to hypnotize Paul one day and talk him into going on this trip with us. And it was really nice to have your buddies along, so you always had something to do. But then it was also nice to meet people, that had common interests. It's nice to actually start caring about somebody that you really don't know that much, but like Robin, I'm still worried about his tongue. and I'll sit down, but I gotta say, I was very amused always by the Georges.
And then there's the wagon masters, Pat and Tom, and our tail gunners, Donna and Myron. The caravan was awesome, but like I said before, it's the people that make it. This team was outstanding. They were so organized, they were so friendly, so much fun, and they really made it. So whatever caravan you're on, that's a big key to it too. If anybody were to get Pat and Tom or Myron and Donna as part of their team, you could consider yourself a lucky person. But if you were like us, where we got both of them, I mean, that's lucky squared and above. It was really outstanding what they did, the effort they put behind to make this such a memorable experience for us. And now it's our last day. We met for a continental breakfast, And then it was hugs and goodbyes as everybody went in different directions.
Get some donuts and.
So I told Sue, I said, Sue, you know, you always want me to help you with your donut addiction. And so I tried to help you, and I said, well, Sue, go ahead. You know, you're slim and trim and athletic. Just have one small donut. You know, don't have two. Just take one. And so you picked out one.
I did.
Yeah.
It's the biggest one. But it didn't look like it'd be the sugariest one. Do I get points for that?
No, it's a big one. You say I'm not eating this.
Mark,
I told her she could.
Mark is eating my donut, but I had to show you, it is raining here and people will not give it up. They're still hanging out. That's how much we enjoyed each other. And I really want to take this time to kind of summarize what we walked away with from this caravan, being our very first caravan that we've ever done before. First off, I have to say it wasn't cheap, but worth every dollar we spent. The things that we really loved about being on a caravan was knowing that we were traveling with others and we had the support of them. We went on roads that Mark and I would have never gone on before. So it was nice to know that this was pre-planned, people have done it before. If there was a problem, we did have some support too. This caravan also took us out of our comfort zone because of these different roads we've never been on. So I think we're going to be traveling kind of off the interstate a whole lot more than we had in the past. Another thing is that it was all planned for us. Now, we know, you know, how hard it is to really plan something that is so involved like this. So many excursions, so many reservations. It's all got to coordinate. Well, all we did was show up. So that was really relaxing too. We also loved the camaraderie that was happening. We met some really wonderful people of like minds, and as we all know, it's the people that make the experience. I don't care what you do, whether it be your job or a vacation or even a disaster or problems, it's the people that make the difference. So that was another take on meeting new people of like minds like this. And truly, the people make it or break it. So I'd say those are our three main things that we walked away with. Besides, we just got to see a whole lot of wonderful parts of the U.S. that we have not experienced before. Highly recommend do a caravan. I could easily say, being our first caravan we've ever done, that the bar has been set really high. So I want to thank you now for joining us, and if you haven't seen any of our other videos, there's 6 of them, go back and check them out. This was a great experience. And again, thank you for joining us on our, I'm going to read it, Adventure Caravan 31-Day Grand Circle Guided Tour of the Western National Parks. That's a mouthful. And we will see you next time.